So moving on the show now, this is like a follow-up from our last week conversation about the NFF presidential aspirants. Now, Christian Emeruwa has been very active on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow him on Twitter.
I
and
do.
all that.
I follow him.
He's been very active on Twitter and all that. He's really ready to take the mantle from Amaju Pinnick. Now, he released a thread on Twitter yesterday. I'm going to read out this thread. This is more like, when I read this thread, I was like, okay, this is more like a follow-up to the conversation we had on the show last time. I said I have received several calls from Nigeria asking me if I have the money for the planned NFF elections. And I have said to all that care to listen that what I have is more than money. I have the qualification, experience, knowledge, and capacity to transform our football. Now, it reminds me of, when you say how, it takes a lot to get
to
the
whole lot, yeah.
and when it comes to finance and all that, to get to the presidential seat in the NFF. You continue to say, let's stop for once and begin to discuss issues that affect us rather than issues that have kept us where we are and denied thousands of opportunity to have leaders that will transform things and sectors in Nigeria. NFF election is not cash and carry. It will be based on issues, capacity, competence, credibility.
That's where you lose the election.
And above all, the future of our football. So please ask me what I intend to do for Nigerian football and not how much I have in the bank. So, this is more like a follow-up because...
So, of all the candidates on the ballot, Emeruwa is the one person I can pitch my tent with and I say is the most qualified, the most competent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here. I've known this man. This man is on FIFA level. He's on CAF. It's on FIFA integrity. You don't just get on FIFA integrity team like that. He's a certified person on that front. So when it comes to walking the corridors of power, he's one who can do that. He's also one who I don't think would have Amaju threatening that, somebody that will come in and his ambition will be to pursue FIFA executive committee member, CAF executive committee member, kick Amaju out, and then forget Nigerian football. No, this guy would obviously come in to fix football. He's always been the guy behind the scene trying to do things in Nigeria. But I think that if he says that we shouldn't talk about money, it's just shown that he's incompetent on that front. So there is politics. Election is like wedding and marriage. If you commit yourself to doing a wedding, you will spend money.
Yeah.
Your budget might be different from mine. I did a 50,000 naira wedding, but some other person would do a 50 million naira wedding. Like my former manager would say, Jidojo would say, your wedding or the burial will not be the best one in the world. It's also not going to be the worst. Just make sure you do something that you are comfortable with. Now, there is no election anywhere in the world that is not money-based. There's nobody that can prove that to me. Election is money-based. And then if you put yourself out to become somebody that is vying for an office in Nigeria, you will spend money to get to the position that you are vying for before you cannot show yourself worthy with all the qualification you have. There are so many people that are qualified who are not willing to play the politics of money to get into power, to now exhibit the knowledge and qualification that they've acquired over the long space of time. If you say it's not about money, you're going to buy form. You're going to hobnob with delegates who are going to vote. As much as you will sell your ideas to them, these guys don't speak that language. Because you're also going to do something they call in politics horse trading. You're going to edge your bet on, say, listen, you want me to vote for you. What is coming back to me? That's one. What is coming to my area in terms of appointment, in terms of selections, in terms of when the team is traveling, who is going to be on the plane, who's going to be on that thing? What am I going to get for trusting you with the vote? Don't forget, Emeruwa is not from a majority bloc in terms of language, where it comes from. So that's also an issue. And then you have a Shehu Diko is a veteran. All this thing we're talking about in 2014, Shehu Diko was the most likely person that would have been voted if he wasn't pseudo-kidnapped, as the case may be. But then he was compensated with the second vice president, chairman of LMC, and he's done his, little best as he can. And then there is Sheyi Akiwumi. If he gets the kind of support that he's expecting the Lagos State government to give him, it just might suit everybody. So we all need money to contest. If you come here and you give us the old holiness speech, get out of politics. Get out of politics. Because Even Obama, who come up with all the great ideas, spend money. That election was worth over close to $500 million, okay, or more. So you can't tell me that you want to run into the political stratosphere and you're not ready. It's like, I want to be a solid Christian, but I hate to fast and I hate to pray. So talk to me about what Jesus have done, but don't talk to me about fasting and prayers because I don't want to have us. You're not ready. You're going to be somewhere in the middle, like a church, like a regular floor member. But if you want to get into really doing the things that is called Christianity, those things are part of it. Don't pick and choose. Don't pick and choose for me and tell me, oh yes, talk to me about what. You know how many people have ideas in Nigeria? The people who have ideas, the people who are competent, the people who are qualified. Some of the reasons why they are not there is because they do not have. They are like that man by the pool of Bethesda. Unfortunately, when the angel comes to stir the water, they don't have anybody to push them in. Thank God for Jesus that came in and helped him to heal himself. He's been so left behind that even when the man who's coming to heal him showed up, asked him, what do you want me to do for you? He was still complaining about the fact that, oh, I don't have anybody to throw me in the water.
Hello guys, I'm Dr. Jamal. I'm from Ethiopia. You're watching Legbete TV radio. Please subscribe.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nigam. I am from Pakistan and you are watching Legbete TV radio. Please subscribe.
Hi, my name is Abdullah Ali. I'm from Pakistan, the #1 country in the world in cricket. You're watching Legbete Sports TV radio. Please subscribe.
So, Emeruwa is, in terms of competence, in terms of qualification, there's nobody that matches him. There's nobody that's going to argue that. It's like saying, Wisnoruma is a good footballer. Yeah, and Zidane, who is better? Don't ask the question. You know Zidane is better than him already. That's a stupid question. So, you're not going to ask me a question, Chris Emeruwa and this person, who is better? He's better. All the people that are coming from state FAs, don't even put them in the conversation. I know that people, but Sheyi Akinwumi is your guy. Why you? No, I'm not throwing him under the bus. I don't think that. Honestly speaking, I don't think that I would, if I'm a delegate, I'll vote for Sheyi Akinwumi. He's my guy, but I don't think I'll vote for him. Shehu Diko, I don't think I'll vote for him as NFF president as well. Because there are so many things that you will look at and say, nah, these are not the guys that I want to vote for. These are not the guys that will take the tough decisions. The NFF position is about tough decisions. And the NFF position is also, unfortunately, we can't be deceived anymore. We cannot be bamboozled anymore by so many things. Anybody who cannot walk into the business executive meetings to bring in the big checks and be trusted to be able to spend the money wisely on the project that are needed, I don't think I can trust them to do that. And unfortunately, that's the place where I would have issues with having Sheyi Akinwumi on that position. That's the issue where I will have Shehu Diko on that position as well. Shehu Diko these are my guys. Yeah. So I'm not like fighting against them. Chris also have a problem on his side. He's not really had any office that is a pressure cooker like this. Is work in a stable civil structure where you just fall in line, just be a company man and everything goes. They call you, the whole system is set. In the Nigerian Football Federation, there is no structure, there is no system. Now, I'm not talking about the Peter Obi kind of structure. There is no structure, there is no system. Every day is a new day. And you come in with new challenges, new problem, and the whole entourage of other extra problems that comes in. So if you're not going to spend money, you're not ready for it. We're eventually going to have the normal thing that we normally have within the Nigerian political election, where is the best of two evils, or the best of four evils, or the best of anybody can go in there and then we'll see what will happen. They will spend the first 2 years explaining to Nigeria that they did not know that there is the problem is as bad as it is now is. Then the problem is two major front runners, Shehu Diko and Sheyi Akinwumi. If they win, they can't even afford to say that, because if they say that, that's a slap on the face of everybody, because they are the board.
Yeah.
They've been there for 8 years. They can't even say that. Chris Emeruwa too cannot even also say that, because it's also being part of the system. So of all of these guys, I mean, Peter Saidida have ideas, but unfortunately, his ideas are not ideas that work here. He's trying to run PSL as NFF, or run NFF as PSL. It's not going to work. I don't need a soothsayer to tell me that Peter Saidida winning the election. I'm not going to tell you he can't win. Anybody can win, but winning it, he does not know what it takes. He doesn't have the know-how. Not having the know-how is a problem. This is not some jollof rice party. This is not some amala party. This is serious football business. And what we're facing right now, the challenge we're facing right now, is like the person who's going to become the next president of Nigeria in 2023. That person is in. That person is going to have a blessing and a curse. The blessing of being the president of Nigeria and the curse of facing a problem he never envisaged in his life. He's going to fight a hydra-headed dragon. That's the same thing with the NFF position. The good thing with Chris is he's got his FIFA and CAF end covered, right? Within that corridors, they will still respect him. If Amaju is still there, Amaju will still speak on his behalf. So there's somebody in the house that will speak for him, and then he knows a lot of people. Within the business business circle, he also knows quite a lot of people. There are doors that he can walk in through, and they would answer him. Other than that, I don't think so. If you give a Sheyi Akinwumi the NFF position, for instance, I don't think that Sheyi Akinwumi would be willing to dole out 50 million naira of his personal money when the team is struggling and hoping that, I will collect it later. You understand? Yeah. I don't think he can do that. If he do it, it will surprise me, but I don't think he can do that. I also don't think that Shehu Diko have more leverage. He's used up almost all his leverage to run the MPFL TV, governors, and that's also a very highly connected person. But the North, being who they are, they always look out for their own. So a Shehu Diko being in the office of the NFF president, which is his original intention, he might also get backing from his people, his colleague, his brothers and sisters, and there'll be money in the system. That might also work and bring in some sponsorship to cushion the pressure. I don't know where the other people are going to come in with money, because NFF position is about money. All your ideas, every idea runs about money, runs on money. If you don't have money to run it, it's just wishful thinking.
All right. For those of you listening, the NFF elections comes up on September 30th, so you might want to, stay close to that one and see who and see who the new NFF president is going to be.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.